I had 3 male avatars come very close to my avatar and start saying verbal harassment and sexual harassment, and then taking photos of touching my avatar inappropriately and doing actions inappropriately and taking photos of those. And then as I asked them to stop, they, said even worse things.
They say the future is exciting and full of opportunities and surprises. But here is something that is rarely said about that future. In the fledgling metaverse, it's volatile and dangerous too. Cases of sexual offenses, for instance, have already become routine in that imaginary universe. So has that fantasy world already become a go-to haunt for sex offenders? London-based Jane Patel recalls the rape horror she faced recently and underscores the need to make virtual reality platforms safer.
So just to clarify, there are a range of social virtual environments that one can choose to interact in. The one that I chose to interact on is not a game. It's Meta Horizon Venues. It's meant to be a safe social environment to spend time with your friends in. And so via my Oculus Quest 2, with my headset on, I entered Meta Venues, Horizon Venues. And there's a kind of process in which you select your avatar so that you have freedom to select within the characters they have available. And then you enter your kind of your personal space, and then you choose to enter the shared community space, which is like the lobby of a theater or a conference center. And that's where you kind of interact with people from all over the world. And so on this particular occasion, I entered the main venue, the lobby area.
Within a minute of joining the Metaverse platform on Horizon Venues, Patel said a gang of 3 to 4 avatars sexually harassed her. Patel says she froze when things went quickly out of hand.
And within 60 seconds, I had 3 male avatars come very close to my avatar and start saying verbal harassment and sexual harassment, and then taking photos of touching my avatar inappropriately and doing actions inappropriately and taking photos of those. And then as I asked them to stop, they, said even worse things. In the moment, I wasn't able to activate the safety barriers because they're 6 clicks away, basically. And all I wanted to do was to end the experience, and they weren't going to stop. That was very clear. And so in the end, I just had to take my headset off and then power down, because even though I took my headset off, I could still hear their voices through the headset.
Everyone is blabbering about Metaverse. But what does this futuristic digital world look like? Metaverse, which means beyond the universe or parallel universe, is an immersive virtual world where you can socialize through a virtual avatar. Users can create avatars by changing apparel, gender, hairstyles, facial and bodily features. Users can shop by using cryptocurrencies and even take part in events such as music concerts and games. But are there rules and laws that operate in this virtual world?
Yeah, it's currently the only justice that being served is that they're blocked from the environment or the extended ecosystem of which that environment is built on. I believe the government still and key stakeholders need to start looking at this space, this future of human interaction through the metaverse, and begin to take action in understanding it first. And we all do. We can all take action, begin to understand how this technology will take a role in our lives and how we will integrate it. And then begin to take real concern and validation of the trauma, the damage, the bullying, the harassment, the hate that happens in these spaces, and begin to hold people accountable for their actions and not allow this to be a fantasy land in which people are enabled and empowered to act out violent behavior.
To get a comment on Patel's experience, Times of India wrote several emails to Meta but got no response. The term Metaverse became popular after Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg changed the company's name to Meta in October 2021. At that time, he said that privacy and safety need to be built into the Metaverse from day one. Victim Nina Patel is a doctoral researcher on the physiological and psychological impact of the metaverse. She feels that the real threat from this evolving technology is to the children.
Yeah, unfortunately, the current state of the metaverse is such that it is not prioritized for safety, which unfortunately means right now we have to teach our children to make conscious decisions about who they're interacting with and ensuring that they know who they are and that they are actively looking for suspicious behavior, suspicious content, which unfortunately is not the how we would like our children to experience what could be really amazing in metaverse technology experiences. And so right now we need to advise our children to act with safety and precaution and to only interact with people that they have guaranteed know who they are, and that as parents we are confident that they are not interacting with strangers and people we would not in real life have our children be in the same room as.
The global meta-universe, whose revenue opportunity could reach $800 billion in 2024, is facing growing criticism about its misuse. Despite her bitter experience, Patel thinks that metaverse holds promise.
Well, my views on that is that it has potential to elevate our lives, certainly. What's possible in the metaverse is impossible in the real world, in terms of we can really open up our imaginations. We can fly through universes we've never heard of. We can shrink down to atom size and really understand the cells and how a basic chemistry lesson works. There's so much potential for good.
A TOI online report.